Good morning, children. In today's session, we are going to discuss Chapter 3 Book Back Exercises. Not all the questions we are going to discuss. We are going to discuss only few questions which I believe you need some explanation. Let us start with the first question. Please go through the statements one by one. Okay. So total equal to 0. What is the question first of all? So what are the errors in the following codes? Correct the code and predict the output. Okay. So here total is equal to 0. Is semicolon is required? No, it is not required. So that is one of the error. So next one is function definition. So why there is an unwanted indentation? So indentation is not required here. It should be written in line with the total, so that is the error. So next one is total is equal to argument 1 plus argument 2. Okay, when you look at this you may not understand any error. Okay, however here the only one thing you need to understand is that this total variable, it is a local variable total, it is not the global variable whatever you declared outside the function, right? Okay, so here whatever you change, the scope of this variable is within the function. Okay, you cannot use this variable, or you cannot access this particular value outside this particular function, right? Okay, so that is the one. So next one is print of total colon total. Okay, is there any error? No. Return total, again there is semicolon, so semicolon it's not required. So next you are calling the function with the values, so again it is ending with semicolon, which is not required. So here print of total, you are trying to print the total. What is the output that you are expecting here? Is it 30? No, it is not. It is only 0. So because, so here you are accessing the value outside the function. So what is the value that you have initialized? Okay, it will display only 0. Okay, so here is the answer. Semicolon not required, indentation it's not required. So total, okay, it is a local variable, and semicolon it's not required again. No error here. So return total. So return total here there is a indentation problem, right? Okay, so it should be written as part of that, is it should be written in line with the print statement, right? Okay, and then next one is some semicolon it's not required. So print of total, okay, it prints total as 0, not as 30, right? Now look at the question. Write the flow of execution. How to find the flow of execution for the program. So let us quickly recap what are all the rules that we need to follow to write the flow of execution. So the program execution starts with line 1. So if it is a command line, it will be ignored. If it is a blank line, it will be ignored. So if it is a function header, only function header will be executed. The function body will be executed only at the time of calling the function. After executing the function headers, so it will start executing the top level statements in order, and in the top level statement, if there is a function call, then control will be transferred to the place where the function has been written. Okay, so this is how you have to execute the flow. This is how you have to execute the Python program. Okay, so here I am having in the first line I am having function header, so 1 will be executed. After that 2, 3, 4 it will not be executed at all. So next it will start with 5, and then 6, 7 it will not get executed. 8 also, it is a blank line, so it will not get executed. So it will come to line number 5. So line number 5 will be executed. So next is result is equal to calc square. So calc square of n. Okay, so this is a function call statement. When there is a function call statement, the control will be transferred to this place. So after 10 it will execute 5, 6. So while executing 6, there is a function call statement. It is a is equal to power of x comma 2. So while executing 6, so the control again it will be transferred to the place where the function has definition has been written. So here it is. So it will execute after 6. It is 1, 2, 3. After executing 3, again it will come back to line number 6. Yes. Okay. So after executing line number 6, it will come to 7. Okay, so after 7 again it will come back to line number 10. and then 11. So this is in this order only this particular program will be executed. Now look at the answer. Okay, yes, it is 1, line number 1, 5 and then 9. Okay, so after 9, 10. So while executing 10, okay, so there is a function called statement, so it will go to line number 5, 6. So while executing 6, it is function called statement. Again it will go back to power function, so it will execute 1, 2, 3. There is a return statement, so when there is a return statement it will come back to the same step. Okay, so the power of x comma 2, it will be replaced with the answer. So again it is 6, after that 7, after executing 7 it will come back to the same line, that is 10, after that 11. Okay, so this is how you have to write the flow of execution. Now look at these two programs, find the output. It is very simple only. Okay, just understand it carefully. So num is equal to 1, num is a global variable, right? And then def my function, okay, it does not take any argument. So here num is equal to 10. What you are doing, you are initializing a variable num again with the value 10. Now here what you need to understand is, so this is a global variable num and here it is a local variable which has been defined inside the function my function, right? Okay, so my function, inside, only inside this function this value 10 can be accessed, right? Okay, so this value it will not be applied to global variable, right? Okay, and then return num, whatever the value that has been initialized, so the function returning the value. So when you give print num, what value will be printed? So here this is a top level statement. In a top level statement, what is the value that you can access? It is only the global variable. So here it will print the value 1. So print of my function. So print of, when you call this function, what is the value returned by this function? Return num. What is the value of num? It is 10. So when you try to print my function, this function which returns the value 10, so it will print the value 10, right? And then print num again. Okay, so here what value will be printed? It will print only the global value 1, because so whatever the changes that you do inside the function, that will not be reflected in your global variable. Okay, so this is the answer for this. Now look at the second question. Here it is, num is equal to 1, the same function. What is the only one statement which has been added to this function, which is global num? So what you are trying to do here, so here you are saying that whatever the num that you are declaring here, okay, so that is a global variable. Now what you are actually doing, you are actually assigning the value 10 to the global variable, right? Okay, so that can be done by writing the statement as global, and whatever the variable that you want to use it as a global inside the function as well, so that variable name you have to specify. Okay, that is what's been done here. So here while executing this particular statement, right? Okay, so the num variable will get the new value 10, right? So and then whatever the value that has been returned by in the num, that has been returned. So here print of num, okay, what value will be printed? It will print 1, because so first this line will be executed, after that the function header alone will be executed. After executing this, the control will come to the top level statement. So while executing this particular statement, what is the value of num? It is only 1, because I have not yet started executing the function. So here print of my function. So print of my function, what is the value it is returned? No change at all, it is 10 only. So here there is a change. Okay, print of num. Okay, after executing this particular statement, what you are actually doing, you are actually changing the value of num variable, because you have given the statement here as global num, okay, which will actually change the value of the global variable. So here when you try to print num, it will print the value as 10. So this is the output of this particular program, right?